What is happening there? JGamerDude here, and I'm just going to be doing a quick run through of everything that was announced in the Gamescom opening night live. And I'm going to be using this Polygon article, so feel free to check them out. But with all that said and done, let's just kind of jump right into it. So we've got Little Nightmares 3, that was the first thing that was announced. The developers for the original two did split from the series, but it is of course owned by Bandai Namco, so hopefully, this sort of more cooperative title will be fun to run away from the spooky monstrosities that are in the game. I actually haven't played Little Nightmares, but I feel like I really should be getting to it at some point. We are getting another trailer for Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, it's not as hype as like the previous trailers, because that first trailer absolutely went viral to an insane extent, but I'm still very much looking forward to this myself, of course, based on the story of Journey to the East. So there's probably like an idea that the main character is actually going to be probably called Son Goku, but we'll see how that goes. Killing Floor 3 got announced. I still need to go and get the platinum for Killing Floor 2. There's nothing much to say besides it is just like a Left 4 Dead clone, essentially. Except that rather than fighting zombies, you fight these monstrosities called Zeds. But I digress. Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition got announced and released on the day on Xboxes, on all the Xboxes and Game Pass, of course. Age of Empires 3 was actually really, really fun, so it'll be fun to see 4 Anniversary get some good stuff. Rebel Moon was the movie that was announced. Zack Snyder was one to have announced it, and he's also wanting to do some Netflix exclusive games for it, so that'll be interesting to see how that turns up. Now this one got me really chuffed. It's Crimson Desert, which is based off of the same guy, is made by the same guys who made Black Desert Online, and it looks to be like the sort of open world with Assassin's Creed and a lot of different things that you can do. So it's almost like taking an MMO and turning it into just a single player RPG with the amount of varying degrees of like things you can do. So very, very interesting stuff. This one is definitely on the radar of things to look out for, especially for me. So it'll be fun to see how that goes. Next we have is Assassin's Creed Mirage. Of course, it is a smaller Assassin's Creed, and in fact harkens back to Assassin's Creed of old, so that'll be real fun. And it's actually got me very excited, to be completely honest, because I did like previous Assassin's Creed versus the sort of new RPG Assassin's Creeds. This was the year of fighting games. So many games released, and now Tekken 8 is coming out near the end of January 2024 with a date given, and of course another trailer, which this image right here definitely isn't really gonna sell people on. Let's just put it that way. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, they just showed off a mission. That was about it. There wasn't really much to say, to be completely honest. Nightingale is kind of like the sort of yeah, it's pretty much a fantasy survival game, pretty much. I did see this. There wasn't much for me to take away from this. I didn't really. I guess like this description probably aptly does it the best, which is just fantasy survival. I guess like if you want to play a survival game in a fantasy setting, this might be your jam. Survival games not really my jam, so that's probably why I'm not too keen on it. We get Zenless Zone Zero, so we've gotten a new trailer for that. It's still in the works, and there isn't really much to say other than that. There was Honkai Star Rail's PS5 trailer to say, do you want to join the technical test? Here you go, which I absolutely did sign up for, so it'll be fun to see how that goes. And of course, an update for Genshin Impact for the new 4.0 new location Fontaine, so yeah, showing that off as well. Then we've got the Lords of the Fallen. Don't know why that happened, but yeah, and we finally got the Lords of the Fallen trailer, which is kind of, so I don't know why they renamed Lords of the Fallen to Lords of the Fallen because there's two Lords of the Fallen. One that came out 2014 and one that's coming up on October 13th. But yeah, Souls-like, definitely inspired by Dark Souls sort of RPG. Not much to say there. Sonic Superstars, we get another trailer. We get a release date. And it releases the same day as Mario. Shoot, what was that Mario game called again? The one that releases at the end of October. Anyway, Sonic Superstars. And also some Sonic Frontiers DLC. I'm very excited for Superstars, so I'll most likely be playing that over the Mario game that releases the exact same day. Under the Waves is actually... it kind of has like this narrative walking around game similar to like sort of Firewatch, but also has what feels like survival elements from Subnautica, but I could be wrong about that. That's just kind of the idea I got. And it is going to be published by Quantic Dream, so that's going to be fun to see. I actually saw it on the PlayStation Store, and I thought it was actually developed by Quantic Dream, but I guess not. Expedition, a Mudrunner game. So Mudrunner is like a game that's been around for quite some time. So Expedition feels like it's just another actually no, sorry, not Mudrunner game. SnowRun is what I was thinking of. SnowRunner's been around forever. I think Expedition is just going to be the mud version of SnowRunner, which is kind of like a it feels like almost a simulation of like driving a four-wheeler and like doing things like towing vehicles, you know, those sorts of things. I haven't really played it much, but I have seen other people play it. Next we have is the Crew Motorfest. The Crew is just... The Motorfest feels like Forza Horizon, and that's why I want to play it. So I'm very excited to jump into it. Though then again, I said that for, what's it called? Riders Republic, and that didn't really work out all too well. So, yeah. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty got another trailer. Of course, that was announced quite a while ago, and I feel like more and more do people get, you know, excited for this. So, yeah, stay hyped. September 26th, that's when it's coming out. Stormgate, real-time RPG. Definitely more of the StarCraft mold, which is unfortunate that we haven't seen many more games that are like StarCraft in that sense. I wouldn't necessarily put Warcraft in there. Last Epoch, that's a Rune Master RPG. Community-built action RPG. I don't even remember this game, if I'm being honest, when I watched the show. But yeah, moving on from that, Mortal Kombat 1, we're seeing some characters actually from Mortal Kombat Deception, which is very interesting to see. So it'll be fascinating to see what the actual full roster looks like when the game releases later this year. Hopefully in time for the spooky season, because I wouldn't mind. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to stream for December, but we'll see how that goes. Our Histories Untold. So if you like your Civilization games, then this is the level of depth that you would need. But if you are more of a Age of Empires guy, then this... But you don't want, you know, so many more levels of complexity to the gameplay, then this might not necessarily be the game for you. Certainly isn't for me. Having played a little bit of Civ 6 with my little brother, that did not go so well for me. Diablo 4 Season of Blood. So Season 2 is going to be releasing a lot later. I think September or October, I can't remember. Still a while away. So Season 1 still going on as we speak. Dustborn looks interesting. It is a narrative game, sort of a narrative road trip game. So it'll be interesting to see how like these oddities kind of get along, mesh together, or tear themselves apart depending on how you want to look at it. But yeah, something that looked like very much a Cartoon Network game is Thank Goodness You're Here, which just looks like a lot of confusion. That's about the gist of it. It's confusion in a trailer, and I'm kind of into it because of its weirdness. I would highly recommend checking out this trailer. It is definitely worth a watch. Alan Wake 2 also gets another trailer, which if you weren't already excited enough for the spooky season, Alan Wake 2 has got you covered. But that was everything from Gamescom Opening Night Live. Let me know what you guys thought about the show itself. Of course, there were a few things that happened, like at the very beginning, a couple people rushing the stage and all of that, trying to make everyone else look bad, and a bunch of other things. But yeah, with all that said and done, chuck comments below on what you guys thought. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel because I'd like my videos to go out to more people. And of course, I'm also hoping to aim to hit 100 subs by the end of the year. But with all that said and done, I'll see you guys next time.